And if they found they could not justify why you have been arrested, then you are served with a detention order. I put it firmly that to help Kenya be a better place, we must live by the Constitution and by the rule of law. In that space, we have no alternative. No alternative. When African countries became independent, they say we have little time for democracy. Our problem is disease. Our problem is poverty. Our problem is illiteracy. So we don't need political parties. We don't need human rights. We don't need a Bill of Rights. Look at what they did in those 2 decades of African leaders. This constitution in Kenya, if you read it, is the greatest constitutional document that you can ever find in the world. Because when we were at Lancaster, when Kinamboya Jaramogi were at Lancaster, there was an American jurist who had advised the delegation that the American Constitution is very difficult for an African country to deal with. So you must always have provisos with limitation of those rights. So when you went to court, it was very difficult because they would tell you, you have the freedom of speech, but it's limited on matters of security, it's limited on matters of health. But this time we made a constitution that makes Kenya a country where the centrality of human rights is fundamental, more than anything else. More than anything else. So, for this, we should not make apologies. We should not make apologies for standing for the Constitution, for standing with the law. Jokmawacho, and I agree, we must form coalitions. We must be in a broad-based government. But our people who are in that government, when there are abductions, you must say, please, please, please. Just like the bishop was saying, the bishop was almost crying. Rama is crying. Kenya is crying. Kenya is crying. That we must stop abductions. We must stop extrajudicial killing, so that we can build a truly democratic republic. The word republic has a meaning, which we can talk about another day. So on my part, I want my conscience to be clear. I want my conscience to be clear that when there were abductions, at least in a public place, I said no to abductions. And I'm saying this because Rosalind, this December, not 3 years ago, not 4 years ago, this December, she was telling the Republic of Kenya, the government Republic of Kenya, stop abductions, stop extrajudicial killing. And when she did that, they took away the money for the commission. Workers could not be paid, they could not carry out their work. And that is very normal in government. When there's too much sycophancy, people lose sight of the fundamentals. So, angaga Orengo nyatie, ananaka, anaweka miprotera, ewe ankidi.